run away from your feelings, babe. Don't be afraid, don't be ashamed, don't hesitate to say, hey babe, hey babe, hey babe, hey babe, hey babe, hey babe.
Hey babe, you don't have to put on the red light. Those days are over. You don't have to sell your body to the night. Hey babe, you don't have to wear that dress tonight. Walk the streets for money. You don't care if it's wrong or if it's right. Hey babe. Absolutely. While Trevor Karate sits off in the corner and listens to Sal's crowd work clips and doesn't move a f***ing muscle. Look at Trevor. He can't hear us.
He looks like a gargoyle.
He does look like a gargoyle.
Gargoyle inside
Malibu Karate, Malibu Trevor.
Malibu Trevor.
Stevie Ciccone Rice-A-Roni, who, by the way, Stevie Ciccone Rice-A-Roni, a couple of weeks ago, we filmed Mike Cannon's, the great Mike Cannon's comedy special.
Love Mike Cannon.
Love Mike Cannon.
Shout out Mike Cannon.
Shout out Mike Cannon at Stamford Comedy Club. And in New York Comedy Club in Stamford. I produced it. And it was my first ever production, so it was fun to be a part of. Cannon crushed, and Steve was working with the director Nicole C. Lyons and James Webb. And
her last name is C. Lyons?
It's Nicole's middle initial C. Lyons, right?
I don't know what the middle name is, but I know
Nicole C. Lyons.
Nicole C. Lyons.
Her last name is C. Lyons.
Nicole C. Lyons, yeah. No relation to Philip Seymour Hoffman or William H. Macy. And so Nicole, Patty Clips, a.k.a. Palestine Patty, were all there, and so was Stevie Ciccone Rice-A-Roni. And at the end of the production, Mike and I did a little crowd work together after Mike had finished his special in front of the audience. A lot of the Hey Babe fans who came had never seen Steve Ciccone Rice-A-Roni's face. Oh. And I said, this is Stevie Ciccone Rice-A-Roni, and the place went nuts.
Oh, yeah.
I got a nice compliment on the windmills, too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good. Yes. Oh, have we not shown your face yet? Should we not show his face like Wilson from Home Improvement?
Yeah. Just only ever show the top of his head.
Just right over the computer screen like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, we had the homeless pimp. Now we have the homeless prostitute.
Congrats. That's fun.
So
That's good.
So my crush, but it was cool to see all the Hey Babe fans out there that like Stevie Ciccone Rice-A-Roni.
Yeah.
And so Mike Cannon told me an interesting thing about himself, because sometimes we get in, Mike has lost a lot of weight. He looks thin. He looks in ripped, good shape, got himself in good shape for the special. He said that in preparation for his special was eating right, working out, whatever, look great, but, was, staying strict. And he weighed 163 pounds the morning of his specials on Saturday.
163 on Saturday.
163.
The last time
Okay, 163.
It's got to be fresh. Got to be junior in high school for me.
Not since I was a baby.
Okay.
163. He weighed.
I can't wait to hear this number.
Okay. He said he went crazy. We got that Italian food was fantastic. Did you have, Steve?
Yeah.
The local Italian restaurant in Stamford by this club, they had carbonara, garlic bread, tiramisus, tortellinis. We put out a feast in that green room. Mike went crazy, started eating, the pressure was off, went nuts. We got him a 750 milligram edible cheesecake that he ate the entire thing. We thought we were going to hand it out.
Be hospitalized?
Mike is like a low dose for him is 200 milligrams.
Yeah.
So he's at that.
That's hard for him to back off of that, huh?
So 750 milligram cheesecake plus tiramisu.
You're on another planet. You would be in the hospital for a few days.
Yes.
I'm not kidding you.
No, I would be hospitalized. I almost got hospitalized at 25 milligrams on Chrissy Chaos. We couldn't put out the episode. We had to put it on Patreon because it was unusable.
Yeah. So imagine 40 times that.
Yes. And then Mike did that and drove home. That's how in control Mike is.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that plus all the desserts. It was the NCAA Final Four. So we're sitting hanging out. Just what a pressure relief. He doesn't drink anymore, Mike. So we had pastas and pizza. We had so much good pizza up there. Sunday he brought food home. So he ate at home. We gave him all the leftovers of his special, and then he
over under. And then what day is the weigh-in?
Monday. So,
okay, 2 days.
Not even 48 hours
later.
Less
than 48 hours.
Like 36.
And you said what? 160.
163 is what he weighed Saturday morning.
I'm gonna say A guy like me can fluctuate 5 pounds in like a couple of days. It's just like what? But I'm gonna say at least 6 to 7 pounds. 6
Yes,
pounds.
I was gonna say
I'll say
like-
169.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
This is the number, and it was confirmed by his wife. Like, this is all real. This is not a joke. He weighed in Monday morning at 178 pounds.
No, that's dangerous.
Should I call him on the show?
No. Wait, that means he gained a half a pound an hour.
Yo, Mike.
Pounds?
Listen, you're on Hey Babe right now, okay? We were talking about your special, and I was saying how you told me on Saturday morning you weighed in at 163 pounds, and then in just 36 hours, what did you weigh Monday morning?
I weighed 178.
Oh my God, dude! That's like Guinness.
He fell out of his chair. They all, because we did over and under, everyone guessed about 6 to 7 pounds, and you gained 15 pounds in 36
That's
hours.
a visible difference.
It was 165 day of special, 178 Monday morning.
It's still incredible.
It's 13 pounds, but
That is, just the Irish capacity to hold on to toxins.
That's the name of your special, dude.
That is, dude. That's
13 pounds.
that's a visible weight. It's a visible weight difference.
Yes, but did you see it in your body Monday or not really?
100%, dude. My face was misshapen like I got stung by bees.
But then you also told me, then 2 days after that, you lost the weight again.
Yeah, I lost all of it. It all went away. I just didn't have to eat after 8. It just went away.
How crazy is that?
Wow.
I would go. I would make an appointment
Gotta be
because
something
I would make an appointment with a specialist because we're not supposed to fluctuate 8% of our body weight from day to day. You gained 8% of your total body weight in 36 hours.
Yes.
I honestly, I didn't anticipate this reaction, and it is worrying me.
Wait, so can you tell us real quick what you actually ate? Like, what was it?
So night of, I ate like 3 pieces of pizza during the taping.
Okay.
After, I ate like the rest of a pie. I ate a full bowl of the penne vodka. I had this steak. I had chicken, and then I had a bunch of ice cream that night. And then the next day, I just started with 2 bacon, egg, and cheeses and a bagel with cream cheese. And then I think I had like a protein shake for no reason. Like I was just in the mood for chocolate. And then during lunch, we had pizza and maybe Chinese food. And then at night, I think we had stir fry and stuff.
But then, didn't you also eat the 750 milligram edible cheesecake?
Oh, yeah. I ate that the night of the special. And then, I mean, I was on edibles this entire time. This wasn't me just sober living my life.
I've never heard of such a thing in my life.
when he
I don't think like a fucking Shaq eats
When he
that.
told me, because he told me on the Chrissy Chaos podcast a couple of days ago, when he told me I didn't have like a visceral reaction, it kind of was just processing, and then it hit me in the car driving home. I was like, I need to check up on him.
Do you know they say a healthy weight loss is like maybe like a 1 to 2 maybe like a 1 to 2 pounds like
A week or a month, maybe? Yeah.
It's like a pound a week or something like that.
Right.
Like if you lost 13 pounds in a month, he gained it and then lost, right? If you gained or lost 13 pounds in a month, someone would go, whoa,
Right.
like, that's a lot for a month.
Yeah. He did it in 36 hours and then lost it again.
Mike, was there a poop in there?
Oh, yeah. I mean, dude. So, and I ate like all these Sour Patch Kids and pretzels and Oreos. Like I went through a full sleeve of Oreos.
You didn't throw up?
Yeah. Did you puke or get nauseous?
I get like that feeling where I'm not sure if I'm going to like puke while I'm sleeping and die. So I always just roll over on my side and hope that I don't. But the poops the next day are just full, Sour Patch.
But was there a poop in between the weight? Like, did you also poop? Because I was like, what? After you mentioned how much you ate, I was like, maybe that weight was the physical food in his body.
Yeah.
It's not the gaining of weight, right?
Right. It could have been
It's not,
that.
he didn't gain the weight.
No,
it was just literal the weight of the food that went inside of him.
Yeah, and water. I would imagine your body was holding on to a ton of water.
Yeah, a ton of water. I mean, I I don't know.
What was
I
that
should
shit
have tracked my poop to intake, but
Do you have any? Did you take any pictures of the shit?
I say, how many
Could you
Katie Courics was the?
Yeah, yeah.
I actually might have.
If you can you send it to Steve? So we'll put it up on the app.
I don't know if I want to see it.
You don't want to see it?
What, Mike, was it significant, or at least significantly, obviously significantly more than normal?
Yeah, I mean, I showed my son. Like I told him.
Like bragging?
I go, dude, you gotta see this. He came in, he goes, it's out of the water.
Oh man!
So that's at least 11 inches, right there.
Yeah. 11 inches. That, yeah, dude. And I would imagine too, Nicole
It was
must
like a
have just been-
glacier.
just getting, I mean, wafted with farts throughout the night, right?
Yeah, there's no, I mean, for the rest of her pregnancy, there's not a chance she lets me inside of her.
Yeah. All right. Dude,
Wow.
My Cat,
You're
go
an
see Mike
inspiration.
Cannon, go to MikeCannonComedy.com, go see him perform, because literally he might look like a different person from the 8 o'clock show to the 10 o'clock show. Yeah.
I love you guys.
I love you,
Love
man.
you,
See you
buddy.
later. Bye.
Oh my goodness,
Dude.
bro!
That, I mean, how funny is that he was the exact, I mean, because when he said that to me, I was like, that's not possible. But then it all got confirmed by his family, and like he did it.
That's concerning. I would be concerned. Like when I stepped on a scale 36 hours later and I was 13 to 15 pounds heavier, I would be scared.
But here's the thing. There's certain things like this whole idea of like general like health is tough because we're so different, right? Like that's scary. I would feel the same, but maybe his body could process that. You've told us multiple times during the show that you urinate once a day, sometimes once every 2 days. And if I was only urinating once a day, I would feel because I urinate 12 times a day.
Right.
But you only do once. So your
I'm
body
trying to do more.
But my thing is like you've went to the doctors. You've been open and honest with them about your urination habits.
To be
and
fair-
nobody's
To be fair, I haven't gone to the doctors about that.
But you've been living like this your
I've
whole
been
life.
living like this, but I've never went to a urologist and said heads up. So
Right.
maybe I should though.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm peeing a little more now. I used to really.
how many times are you peeing?
How many times am I peeing? On a slow day, 1.
Okay.
But here's the thing I found out.
Tell me.
If I do work at home and not in the office, a lot of times I'm just laying on my bed because I have nowhere to go.
Okay.
And I realized that when you're laying on your stomach, your bladder has pressure on it. And so when I'm home laying on my bed and working on the computer, I have to go to the bed. I have to pee every like 15, 20 minutes.
Really?
It's so weird. And then if I just stand up and go inside and sit down, I don't have to pee at all.
Is it a full pee or is it like a sprinkle?
It's more than you would think in that amount of time.
Interesting. So so your body's healthy. By the way, it's just made me really think. My grandmother used to have a sign over the bathroom, and I always remember it said, "If you sprinkle when you tinkle, be a sweetie and wipe the seedy."
Yeah,
So that was pretty
and that
good.
basically you took that on as a personality. Actually,
Yeah. That's the name of my next special. So
yeah. But today I peed once.
okay,
I pee when I wake up.
and it's, by the way, it's what is it, 3 o'clock? It's 2:38. So but you might only be Eastern Standard Time.
I've also probably drank at least 40 ounces of water today.
So you're telling me though that there's a good possibility, a more than 50% likelihood that you're not going to urinate again until tomorrow.
It can happen.
Right.
I may pee one more time,
Okay.
you know, or more, but it can happen. And there have been days I didn't pee, which is odd.
Like you
That's
don't
how I
pee at
literally
all?
wrote the bit because
What about on a plane? Do you pee more or less on a plane? Does it have no impact?
for the first 43 years of my life, I didn't pee on a plane.
You did not see for the first 43 years of life what the inside of a plane bathroom even looked like. You didn't even attempt it.
Wouldn't go. Mostly, I didn't need to go. But if I needed to, it usually was by the tail end, and I probably just hold it. I didn't really even want to go.
A poop, you'd rather jump out with no parachute.
Poop has never happened, never will happen.
It never will happen.
Ever.
You just won't do it.
Ever in my life, I would hold it and then go to the hospital when we land.
Yeah.
I'm never taking it on a plane.
Fair.
Okay. But
That's your bladder.
That's the Grim Reaper. Yeah. But
Sorry, we have another studio that has construction going on. If you guys have been here for a long time in the Hey Babe Pod, you remember our last studio, we had construction going on at all times. It's begun again. Just deal with it.
Does it not too bad?
It won't be there.
Yeah.
Steve has AI technology that'll knock it out.
Okay, great.
Jesus.
What could possibly...
Are they building an apartment?
Yeah, like what? Imagine this guy's just he's beating his family members.
I mean,
It sounds like he's.
We got a laugh from Trevor.
It sounds like they have a sledgehammer.
Yes,
and it sounds like they're demoing.
They might be. This apartment shares a wall with you, or is this coming from upstairs?
I don't know.
Right.
That's crazy.
It's kind of nuts.
Yeah,
it's not stopping. You would think like this guy's got to take a break.
It feels like he's going to come through the
ceiling. I know. He's having sex.
Yeah. So I used to not pee, but now I get struck with the urge to pee quite frequently. I wouldn't want to get up and go past people.
Right.
And I also don't like it in there. Let's talk about an airplane bathroom.
Yeah, I want to talk about it.
It's sopping wet.
It is.
Everything's wet. The floor is soaking wet. The sink's wet. The toilet's wet.
Yep.
Also, that toilet has no water.
No.
And that's odd. And there's all residue in there. And then that flush, you hit it. You don't know if you hit it or not. You're not sure. And then you become very sure because then there's a suction that if you even anywhere near it, you're getting sucked into it, your whole body.
Sucked in, or you're getting particles from the last guy that'll shoot right into your eyeballs.
Yeah, and if the plane, and then you're standing and your head is touching the ceiling.
I don't like. As a matter of fact, there's some times where I can't even pee all the way because of the way my body is. It crunches my bladder, I guess, and I can never get a full. I like to say I evacuate my bowels and I evacuate my bladder.
I like it.
I don't get a full bowel or bladder evacuation.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I have a button fly on, and with a button fly, obviously you can't just open the buttons and pee through that, right?
I won't. By the way, I won't buy pants anymore that have the button fly. I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I'm done with it.
Well, what I do is I have 3 pairs of pants that I really like that have button flies, and I'm not going to get rid of them. So
these one of them?
I'm going to ride the button flies out. Yeah.
What brand of jeans is that?
It's like I don't know, Hero 7. It's something I got in France.
Hero 7.
I believe
but they have
so.
buttons.
These do.
Yeah. What can you do?
So, but then what about this? Then you turn and the goddamn sink, you hit the thing and it's 1 second of water.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, I can't pee through this. So I have to open the belt and pull my pants down a little. But I don't want any part of my pants hitting the floor or anything like that.
No.
So I have to hold my pants with one hand, but I can't fall. So I can't really hold myself to pee. So in order to hold myself to pee, I have to lean my head on the plastic. So when I go in there, I'm holding my pants and I'm holding my dick and I'm leaning on the plastic wall, because if the plane goes like this, I'm going left and right.
Right.
And sometimes if I get cocky with it and I don't lean, it shakes and I slam my head. I literally slam my head.
So you come out bleeding sometimes.
Sometimes I come out with a wound. It never smells good. And then you try to. And then you try to get the paper towels and they shove a million in there and you can't pull one out. It just rips in little pieces.
Yeah, you can't.
And then you just start pulling it out and there's water everywhere and you're not getting soap and you're hitting the side. And then you got to put it in the trash, which is this flap that has so much tension on it that it slams back. So, but there's so much paper towels in there already that you have to shove your hand in,
which is making your hand even dirtier.
And then you got to touch the goddamn thing, which I never will. I'll always rip more off and I open it. I let everybody who's waiting or sitting there see that when I'm opening it with tissue.
Paper towel.
Yeah.
And some of these airlines now, what they do is they put soap and lotion, and I can tell you how many times I pump the fucking lotion thinking it's a soap, and then I wash my hands and they're all lotion and wet and stupid.
Yeah. Where does that shit go?
They hold it in a tank under the plane, and then when they land, they have a process like a cesspool, or sometimes they can be going transatlantic flights, they let it go over the ocean.
No, they don't.
I'm almost positive they do.
Look that up,
Steve.
Rice. If they just drop shit piss bombs all over the ocean,
how sick would that be?
Why should they be able to do that? That's contamination.
Maybe they don't.
Think about the amount of flights per day.
Right. Poop falling from the sky. Here's how often that happens.
Let's see.
It's a funny name of an article. It's a bird. It's a plane. Nope, it's poop.
Okay.
On May 12th, residents of Burnsville, Minnesota, We're waiting in line at a Caribou Coffee drive-thru. By the way, I love Caribou Coffee.
Never heard of it.
It's good. In the Midwest, they have them. Caribou Coffee is very good coffee. And they have good snacks.
Shout out.
Windshield was splattered with what they call brown rain.
Hey, chocolate rain.
Yeah, chocolate rain. Dude, brown rain is a great name for like diarrhea.
Brown rain. That's
Right?
what it is. It's not diarrhea, baby. It's a little brown rain.
Yeah, it's a little brown rain.
That was
The odor was
Prince's B-side. I think.
Yeah.
the odor was so strong that the woman who was handing me my coffee noted how much it smelled. I mean, my car had something similar to it.
The drive-thru waiting for a coffee. And it just
Yeah. She said, I mean, my cat had something similar to it this morning, so I've dealt a lot today with poop. I had my A&P license. I went to school to be an aircraft mechanic, and I didn't know if there was even a way to release it mid-flight. So that's why I'm a little confused. I'm going to look into it, said Brown.
Brown is his last name. Carissa Brown got hit with brown rain.
Brown did some internet sleuthing and believes the culpable plane was a United Airlines flight to Denver.
Can you imagine someone was on that flight? They're like, that was my shit.
That was it, yeah. Did you see carrots?
Prior poops. In 2018, a 22 to 26 pound chunk of ice fell on a village in India, startling the residents.
I mean, that'll kill someone.
Oh my God. Some villagers thought it was an extraterrestrial object and even took samples home.
Oh.
A sample of the projectile was sent out for a chemical analysis, and a spokesperson for the International Aviation Authority strongly suspected that the ice chunk was frozen airline excrement.
Oh, because, right, it freezes up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, in the case of 2018, there was no one hurt. Wow. A 26 pound.
Was that Mike
ball
Cannon's?
A 26 pound block of ice shit?
Well, here.
Imagine dying. Imagine getting hit by that.
Well, it says a woman in central Madhya Pradesh in 2016 was not so lucky. She suffered a severe shoulder injury when she was hit by a football-sized chunk of ice. Oh, chunk of ice. I thought it was a chunk of shit that fell from the air and crashed to the roof of her house. Okay.
In 2012, a Long Island couple were covered in sludge as a plane flew overhead. Another couple in Leicester, England, also reported an incident where pungent blue ice hit their roof, broke apart, and landed on their heads. The short answer is it's not on purpose. Okay.
So here we go. Most airplanes are configured with a modern vacuum waste system that sucks waste and wastewater into a sealed tank below the craft. Once a plane lands, the ground crew dispose of sewage. I have a lot of friends who work in the airline industry using a honey truck that siphons the waste and disposes of it into an airport's underground sewage system.
Nice name.
Honey truck.
Deceiving.
Reader's Digest reports that on average 747 travelers would be expected to be responsible for roughly 1,000 flushes overall, or the equivalent of 130 gallons of sewage.
Wait, on an
230 gallons
average
of sewage.
747 flight? So one flight? That can't be right.
Yeah, how?
1,000 flushes. That's
yeah.
insane. Maybe, I don't know. How would that?
1,000 flushes can't. That's
Maybe they're talking about like all the trips in a day.
Oh my God. Sometimes it's too much sewage for a plane to handle, especially if it's a malfunction. And in those cases, waste can seep out of the tanks. When a sewage tank or drain tube develops a leak, it creates what is referred to as blue ice.
Sorry.
blue, all the talk about it. Blue waste treatment liquids used in a plane toilets turn to ice when exposed to freezing temperatures at high altitudes. Typically, the blue ice gathers and stays on the outside of the aircraft, but sometimes it breaks off before landing, and it often melts in the air and evaporates.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So we're breathing in air.
Aside from damage to homes and injuries to people, it's also caused damage to other planes. In one instance, blue ice knocked an engine off the wing of a plane.
Whoa.
That's brown water. This is crazy, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Cruise ships.
Cruise ships worse than a plane.
Oh, that's
Cruise ships
disgusting.
have been reported to routinely drop thousands of gallons of human sewage a day, most likely into whatever waterway they're sailing. An EPA survey found that cruise ship generates an average of 21,000 gallons of sewage.
Yummy.
Residual water that drains from the sink, showers, and laundry machines laden with detergents, oil, grease, food waste, and pathogens per day.
Per day.
How are cruise ships legal?
They shouldn't be.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Wow.
That's, yeah. Dude, that reminds me, I have to go on a cruise in May. Damn, I forgot my friend's 40th birthday. They're throwing a cruise. I got to go.
Really?
Yeah.
They're throwing a cruise?
They're like, that's where their birthday party is, on a cruise. But I'm bringing the family. But still, and now I know it's just a floating pot of shit.
There's just 10 tons of shit each day just shooting out of a cruise ship.
And then we're eating that fish.
And then they dock and we're like, this is the most beautiful water ever.
Yeah.
Like it's crystal blue.
Yeah.
It's fucking blue ice.
Blue ice.
Look at and then what about trains?
Blue icy.
This episode is sponsored by Bluechew. Let's talk about sex. Guys, remember the days when you were always ready to go? Do you remember them? You might be a listener that those are the days for you now. Or you might be more like me when you're not always ready to go. Now you can increase your performance and get that extra confidence in bed. Listen up. It's Bluechew.com. Bluechew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, but in chewable tablets and at a fraction of the cost. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The process is simple. Sign up at Bluechew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. The best part, it's all done online, so there's no visit to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Bluechew's tablets are made in the USA, and they're prepared and shipped direct to your door in discreet packaging. Does it work? You think you need it? Why not try it free for a month and see? You're going to love it. Bluechew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at Bluechew.com. Chew it and do it. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Bluechew free when you use our promo code HeyBabe at checkout. Just pay $5 in shipping. That's Bluechew.com. Promo code HeyBabe to receive your first month free. Visit Bluechew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Bluechew for sponsoring the podcast. Guys, let's talk about Rocket Money. Did you know nearly 75% of people have subscriptions they've forgotten about? I did. I signed up for Rocket Money about last year, and I love it because I get emails every single week. I get emails if I have a purchase over a certain amount that I set. I get emails telling me just what bills to expect. I get emails letting me know that they can possibly get me a lower price on things. I love it. And I canceled 2 double subscriptions that I had just because of it, that I did not know that I had and my lovely lady had. Thanks to Rocket Money, I'm no longer wasting money on things that I forgot. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so that you can grow your savings. With Rocket Money, you have full control of subscriptions and a clear view of your expenses. They really make it easy. It's an aggregate of all of the things you have in one place, so you don't have to log on to all these other places. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/heybabe. That's rocketmoney.com/heybabe. rocketmoney.com/heybabe. This show is sponsored by Betterhelp. You know, guys, we spent a lot of our lives wishing we had more time. I do it, and I'm trying every day to make time in my schedule for my life and people and the things that actually matter and not just be caught up in this rat race. And one thing that I do is I make sure I make time for therapy, because it's the only time I carve out for myself that I'm there reflecting and I can't be distracted. And, you know, I just get way more in tune with what matters to me. This way, when I do have the free time, I know what I want to focus on. And BetterHelp can help you do that. If you're thinking of starting therapy, try it. It's entirely online. It's built to be flexible around your schedule. You fill out a brief questionnaire when you go on the website, and you get matched with a licensed therapist, and then you can switch therapists at any time. There's no charge for that. It's pretty cool. Check it out. Learn to make time for what makes you happy with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/heybabe today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/heybabe.
Oh.
Trains drain their waste onto the tracks.
All right.
Wow. When reaching stations, personnel would ask passengers not to use the bathroom. However, these days, most trains store waste on board.
That's interesting. And we do all that. We dump it in the ocean, whatever. But then in space, we bring it back to Earth.
Bring it back to Earth.
Just leave it in Earth. Just leave it in space.
That's wild. Right. Waste is in international space travel. Waste is either sent back to Earth or recycled. Toilets on the space station separate solid and liquid. Solid waste is tightly bagged and placed into an unmanned vehicle known as a Progress module, and is eventually, aka a honey truck, and is eventually returned to Earth.
Yeah. Though
That's
it
insane.
burns up upon its reentry into the atmosphere. So again, we're just filling the atmosphere with piss. Urine is 90% water, so astronauts have found a way to put it to good use. Liquid waste is boiled, distilled, and sent to a water processor where it undergoes a cycle of filtration and chemical purification until it can be used by the crew. Astronauts say today's coffee is tomorrow's coffee.
Oh, wow.
Merch.
Damn. I once thought that if you just were like like lost in the mountains or something like that,
Right.
and then you had enough hydration to begin with, even if you ran out, you could just drink your own piss and then piss that piss and drink your own piss over and over
Yeah,
and
you
over.
could technically, you're saying like you just...
Can you just keep pissing and drinking your own
I think
piss
so.
and pissing out your own piss?
I think you can if you got the right filtration system.
Why haven't I heard that? No, I mean just drink your piss.
Oh, drinking pure piss?
Yeah.
I don't think you can do that.
It's not hydrating.
Rusty Schweikwart, an astronaut on Apollo 9, once described a urine dump at sunset as the most beautiful sight in orbit. Rusty Schweikwart is hilarious.
Should Rusty be up there, honestly? Should Rusty be fiddling with a panel of equipment up there?
Rusty Schweikwart, what a legend.
He's seen the Milky Way galaxy,
Yeah.
and he thinks the urine dump is prettier than that.
At sunset.
Oh, shit.
What can you... Would you, given the opportunity, would you
100%.
go into space?
No.
You wouldn't.
No, I
if you
wouldn't
got the opportunity...
Never mind the opportunity. I wouldn't go in if someone paid me. I wouldn't go into
No, you
space.
wouldn't even try.
No.
Ciccone Rice-Roni, would you, given the opportunity, go?
Probably not.
I'll tell
Would
you,
you, it's just something you don't need to... Karate, would you go? Trevor Karate said he'd go to the
he
moon.
said space, not the moon.
Just into...
Space is easier. You go to the moon. Whoa, hold on. You can get a chance. You're not afraid that you would just die? Never mind, like you. The space shuttle. Like, yeah. Well, I mean, come on. Don't be so quick to answer. It would pose a problem because if someone said to me, we'll give you like $1 million cash to go, I don't know if I can go.
Yeah,
I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go.
Those are the types of things where things go wrong, and then people are like,
it's-
"That's
for
when
me,
you have
it's
too
like
much money."
I
Right.
don't care what the numbers really are.
Yeah.
To me, it's like, okay, you might die.
Yeah.
50 shot, you might die. So what's worth? My life's not worth.
Did you see when the guy for Red Bull went up to like, I don't know,
Yeah.
I would maybe go that high, just enough to see the curvature, but you're
Yeah.
not like in space.
You ever seen videos of that? It's
Yeah,
terrifying. Just, you know what I'm talking about?
Is it
When he
real?
went to the edge of the atmosphere
Yeah.
in Red Bull and he
like
has
a
to be like
publicity?
an astronaut.
Yeah.
And then he free falls for 4.5 minutes
crazy.
before,
No.
and he passes out.
Yep.
But it was all part of it. You pass out in the middle of it because
And
you can't sustain that G.
Yeah.
And then he's trained himself to wake up and then he deployed the parachute.
Because it's saying that G.
Can't sustain that G?
So he got shot up, fell for 4 minutes, passed out, and then just took it on word
Yes.
that he would come to.
Yes.
By the way, when you pass out and you come to and you're still falling, when you come to from being passed out and you look down and you're still free falling, wouldn't you just pass out again?
Yeah, I would pass out the whole time. I think there was a way
He has
for
no
that.
prior experience. He doesn't know that he's gonna not pass out again. You ever see those at the carnivals when they shoot the people up in the slingshot?
Yeah.
and they get nervous and they pass out and they go like this, and then
yeah.
they come
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
and they pass out again.
Like, could you do this? Because he has to jump out.
Nah,
Look at this. And then that old guy in the front, he's the one who had the previous world record. 127,852 feet. That's how
what is he standing on?
it was like a weather
So,
balloon,
yeah,
right?
like one of the Chinese balloons.
Yeah, there you go.
At that point, I wonder if it's even scary standing there because it seems so unrealistic.
I wonder if you're so high in the air that it doesn't even feel that high.
How does he know that he is not going to have a panic attack in that moment? He's essentially standing on a little platform 130,000 feet in the air.
Yeah, because the thing is with that is you can't have second thoughts. There's no way for them to bring you back unless you jump.
Dude,
Look at this. And he's in circles falling. He fully passes out.
in 4.5 minutes, he could literally have written 10 emails.
I know. He could have done so much. He could have did the ads.
That's wild, man.
Look at that. And he's just a dot. I think there was a way for them to remotely.
Mach
Mach
1.25.
1.25. Wait, how does he?
fast?
What does it stop with a parachute?
Yeah, he stops. When he gets back in, maximum vertical speed world record he hit. This is the guy who, Joe Kittinger is the guy who did it
He's
previously.
sitting there like an asshole.
Yeah.
Watching it.
He's like, Rusty Schweinwerker could have did that.
Dude, Mach 1 is 767.269 miles per hour.
Holy snap.
And he was 125.
Yeah.
So he's going 900, almost 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, like I think there was concern that they don't know that a human body can necessarily sustain this.
That's twice as fast as a commercial plane.
Yes. But he's got a helmet on.
Well, when they do the training for astronauts, they do that stuff so they get used to the G-force,
The
no?
G-force, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
Ain't
how do you
nothing
prepare
but
for
a
going
G-force,
900 miles an
baby.
hour?
I don't know. Tom Cruise does it.
Yeah, really.
See, like now you could see
And
now
now
I
he's
start.
also spinning.
That's what I'm saying. You can't. I don't think there's a way to not spin.
What does this do for you?
That's the thing. I don't know. I
You
don't
land,
have.
and then what happens to your
Like
life?
skydiving, I just have no desire.
I did it.
You did it?
I've did it once. I'll never do it again.
But did you feel relief and did you feel like that was cool, or you felt like I don't ever have to experience that in my life ever
don't
again?
have to experience it again.
And you think
I
that
mean,
if
when
you
I
would-
hit the ground, I was like, wow.
and
I
you think
can't
if you would
believe I
have
did that.
never done it, your life would be unchanged.
Yes.
It had zero impact on your life.
Yeah. It was thrilling and scary, and I can't believe I did it. And I would never do it again.
Steve,
It's
did
the
you ever
second I
go
hit the ground.
skydiving?
Yeah.
Multiple times?
Yeah, I did it once Eastern Long Island, and then once when I was in Hawaii.
What did you think?
Worth it? I thought it was cool. The Hawaii one was probably the better of the two. I mean, Eastern Long Island is nice too to look at on the way down, but yeah,
You're
it's
just
not-
falling into a bunch of Sonic drive-thrus. You land on, yeah.
By the way, we were playing this video. The guy is still falling in real From when we said this, the guy has been falling in real
He has
time.
been and he's passed out twice. And now, so once you have that, then it's just skydiving.
Yeah.
I mean, does he hit the ground and be like, all right, gonna go get some lunch?
Well, I think that he hits the ground and he's got to be happy when he hit the ground.
I'm also
Is there
surprised
a
there's no,
person waiting on the ground to give him oral as his feet hit the ground?
Imagine he's just like that. Do you ever seen Travis Pastrana jump out of the plane with no parachute and then catch the parachute in midair?
I've worked with him on stunts.
Did you ever seen that?
No.
Stevie, pull up Travis Pastrana, jumps out of Travis Pastrana sandwich, jumps out of Red Bull plane with no parachute, or jumps out of plane with
I
no
got a
parachute.
story about him, and then I got to say something else.
Yeah,
too.
tell me, because look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Watch this.
There's no need for this.
Just watch this. Look, he's sleeping. Look, he
There's
woke
no
up.
need for this.
Look at this. Drinks a Red Bull.
Oh, this is for Red Bull?
Yep. Doesn't care. Just says,
oh my
see you
God.
later.
Oh my God, dude.
He does not have a
my
parachute.
God. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's also why the skydiving probably didn't seem to, because you're with somebody else, so it doesn't. If you're jumping out by yourself, then that's probably a different feeling.
Scary, still scary.
because
though.
anything can happen here, right? Where I mean, I know they're all professionals. I get that they're all professionals.
No, F
But
that, dude.
How?
F that. The guy has nothing on. He's free
And he did it
falling.
in shorts. So what do they do
Sir.
here? They're just holding on to him? Is that how they did it?
It looked like one guy flew over to him and with the pack and just hugged him.
Also,
Could you imagine? Look at this.
I don't understand. What could Red Bull have given him? Wings? You know what I mean? There's no way of doing that. Here's the thing, too. You don't try it first. If you're doing it, you record it, which means
Yeah.
this is the trial run. It's a one and done.
He didn't even lose his sunglasses. He did it in a bathing suit.
That's crazy. But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're going to practice it, you're recording that one.
Yeah.
So this is the jump.
That's it.
Which
And
means
then-
that he didn't do it before that.
No.
Which means that he's never jumped out of a plane without a parachute before.
Never.
So that means this initial time, he's like, I'll just do it and things will work out. What's going on in your brain? What is his genetic composition that he would do that?
You have to, I think, there's no way. I mean, or maybe it's either that he doesn't fear death at all, or he fears it 10 times more than we fear it, which is why he does things like this to conquer his fear.
For me, that's a whole different level of thrill, like a thrill seeker. I mean, we did put Murray on a plane.
I mean, that the end
We
of that
tied him to
movie
a
when you
plane.
tied him into the plane, that was truly nuts.
I know. And I mean, I was like, and if I would have lost, I would have had to do that. And I was like, there's no way I'm losing because I can't.
You ever seen this one? Look at this. Look,
Oh, is
Tom Cruise.
Is this the
he's
motorcycle?
gonna motorcycle base jump. I love that he's wearing a N95 mask too, just in case.
Safety first.
Yeah.
You know, I thought about Tom Cruise yesterday.
What?
I thought about Tom Cruise because,
Why?
okay, so he's arguably the most famous person on the planet, right? Top whatever.
He's
right?
in there. He's
I
up
mean,
there.
in the history of the planet.
Yes.
So you're talking billions and billions of people, right? Maybe some, whatever. I don't know. Genghis Khan, Napoleon,
LeBron
Elon
James,
Musk, LeBron
Michael
James.
Jordan, the Obamas,
Right.
Tom
Hanks.
Cruise, Oprah.
So why? What is his regular daily life like? He has to have a daily life, but yet you see none of it ever. We talked about this like with the president, but like honestly, he's a public persona. He goes out. I know paparazzi follows him, but you never see like any normal, like literally this week, if he wasn't on a movie, what is his week comprised of? Does he like wake up from a cryo chamber, get
Right.
like shots, and then go like, like run in a wheel? And then like does he do normal, like,
I think
does he go to get a BLT with an old friend from high school?
I think so. I think that the thing is with these really, really famous, people, I think that only certain parts of their day on certain days are monumentally different than ours. But the rest of the time, I think he gets up, he brushes his teeth, he thinks what he wants for breakfast, he picks his nose, he farts. He's like, I should jerk off today.
You think he does that?
I do. I really believe that majority of his day isn't so different than ours. It's just the moments that he is so extraordinary make him who he is.
Uh-huh.
I think that the majority, he's like,
He's human. He puts his leg
bored
on
on his phone. You
think so?
I think so.
You think he's walking around the house in sweats, opens the fridge, closes it, opens again, closes it, takes a piss, goes outside, walks back in, goes on social.
On certain days, I think it's the same thing. Like, somebody calls you and you're like, what do they want?
He has to have a person at every point in his house that does between security and chefs and personal trainers. And,
Oh, yeah.
So like, I don't know. Like,
They say Tom Cruise, the thing about him is he remembers everybody's name. That's
Yes.
a big thing that you hear is everybody's name.
I forget the second after I ask it.
Second after.
I try and repeat it back, and I
never
works.
ever. I got that from my dad. My dad. I have friends right now for 30 years that my dad's like, what's his name?
Oh yeah, me
He
too.
doesn't mean anything by it, but
Me too. Yeah, my I think that his brain is probably maybe mapped a little differently than ours or some people's, but I do think that Taylor Swift's life, I think like outside of the concerts, and again, there are many parts of many days where it's like insane all day, but like the mundane days, the rainy Tuesdays, I think it's very similar, just in a bigger house with fancier toothpaste.
yeah, right.
I believe it.
When's the last time you think Tom Cruise jerked off?
Being genuine,
Yeah,
what's today?
he might not though. He's like a guy that might be like, I don't do that. I just like he's very eccentric.
But people that say that, they do it more.
Okay,
I would say if today's Thursday,
yeah,
Tom probably jerked off he jerked off either yesterday or Tuesday.
really,
I mean, what's the longest? You can't really go that long without it. Either having sex or you're jerking it. It's one or the other.
yeah,
Some way that's getting pumped out.
right.
So
So you're giving him what, a 48-hour window?
I give him 48 to 72.
Okay,
I give him 48 to 72.
I mean,
He's in his 60s,
Mike
right?
Cannon can gain like 40 pounds in that.
Oh my God.
I think he's like 72.
It is.
I think he's 60. What? 3? I don't know. I'm guessing, but
What's his real name? Is his actual birth name Tom Cruise?
because
Because that has to be the most iconic.
it can't be.
He's 61,
Oh wow.
and I don't know, and not that Wikipedia is like the source for but Thomas Cruise Mapother the fifth,
Mapother?
Mapother.
So that's what I'm saying. His passport doesn't say Tom Cruise. It
M-A-P-O-T-H.
says Tom Mapother.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow,
His
that's-
ID is Tom
I've
Mapother.
never even heard that name.
No.
Cruz was his middle name. His parents must have been like, all right, we're giving the guy mom, but we got to think something really cool.
Where's he from? Is he from isn't he from like PA? See, even how Tom Cruise is standing right here at the edge of this, I wouldn't even do that.
I wouldn't even do that. Dude, I went to the Edge. Did you ever go to the building The Edge?
No, I was supposed to go. I didn't go.
They just did that comedy show.
Did they?
The underground overground people.
At the Edge?
At the Edge?
That was like last week, I think.
Here's the thing. I had to go up there to do promo. I didn't even want to go. First of all, I didn't even know it was like a tourist thing.
Right.
I just thought it was like, like literally
A building, yeah.
like Iron Man lived there,
Yeah.
right? And so they were like, we're going to go to the Edge. I'm like, okay. And then we're getting there, like, that's that. I'm like, that thing up there, there's nothing underneath it. If you don't know what the Edge is, Google it. But it's the second highest
Can you pull it
building.
up, Steve, the Edge?
Yeah.
It's like the second highest building in Manhattan or on the East Coast or something like that. And like at the top, 100 floors up, there's like literally like a 150 by 150 platform with nothing underneath it that juts out from the building. And
What do you do there?
It's an observation deck.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know. So we get there and they go, oh, we're going up to the edge. I'm like, oh, it's not the name of the building? And no, it's the thing. We go up 100 floors and I get out and I had to walk out on that thing the other day to do some promo. And I go, this would be an awesome place to do a comedy show.
So they did the comedy show on the actual platform?
Not on the platform. They were inside.
Okay. So that's different than your idea.
Yeah.
But on the edge though, platform, are you buckled in?
No. You're just walking around. And check this out, okay? It's like when you go to like this Empire State Building, what have you. But look, check this out.
Yeah, because what is that?
So that's it, right? So this is another thing. They do a thing called the climb, where you strap yourself to a rope and you lean forward and look down.
Oh, that's fine.
Thank you.
No, thanks.
Right? But here's the thing. So look how massive that is, right? And there's nothing underneath it, right? I mean, that they're visible, so it feels weird. But there's no ledge like in the Empire State Building or whatever. Like there's no like ledge from the ground up about just 10 feet is full, I guess, tempered or glass. So it's 100% transparent from
on the edge. When you step out,
from
you
the
can see
windows
to
to
the
the
floor.
walls from your head to your toes.
I couldn't take one step out. So this is all transparent?
That's what it is. And they lean forward a little bit, the glass. And get this, perfect. I was just about to tell you this. For some reason, in between each panel of glass is this much room. Like you could take this microphone, there's that much room, and just drop. And it's in between every pane of glass around that whole thing.
But isn't that a hazard? Like,
is that what I'm saying?
Some tourist could just drop a nickel and kill somebody.
A nickel and kill somebody, or accidentally drop your phone. 1 billion%. It's this big.
Explain it.
Look. It's the first thing I said.
I want people from the edge to reach out.
Explain
it to me.
The first thing I said was, how would you leave? And someone said, maybe it's for the wind. And I said, but perforated or something. Like you're leaving that much space. Like I could take this shoe off and throw it off.
Yeah, so that not only that, like there's that, but then also like some asshole's going to drop something from there and kill somebody.
First of all, 100 assholes have already done it.
Right.
We just don't know. But they do say that a penny from that height can really hurt someone.
That's
bad,
what they
right?
say. I wouldn't be able to lay on this.
But check this out. So here's the other thing I was telling you. There's a portion of it that has a glass floor.
Right here.
So that's what I was going to tell you. I couldn't go within 10 feet of that.
Right.
There's a CN Tower in Toronto. Has the same thing. I went there a few years ago and I went up.
Chicago has it.
And my dad went on it and my girl went on it. And I tried to, and my legs literally locked. My knees and legs locked.
Right.
And I was, I don't know if you ever felt that sensation. My knees and legs locked. I couldn't step forward.
Right. Paralyzed with fear.
Paralyzed, yes.
Yeah.
I felt that. I never felt that in my life. And I was like, I can't move my legs.
Yeah.
And
so you would never do this bungee
CN
thing.
Tower, I don't think is even a third of that height. I don't think so.
Right.
And these people was just standing on it like it was nothing. Dude, I mean, you literally feel like you're gonna you feel like you're gonna die. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and then I think they have also an attraction there that like lifts you. Sit in the like that famous picture of the construction worker sitting on the beam.
Yeah,
you can do that. I think it's at the edge where like they lift you. Maybe it's not the edge.
No. Let me tell you what happened with Pastrami.
Tell me what happened with Travis Pastrami.
So for our 200th episode, we did it live from Prudential Center, and it was a big. I might have told
the
you
bank,
the arena. Yes,
I thought it was a random Prudential Center.
That would have been funnier.
Yes,
but and we did it for charity. We did this whole competition of an obstacle course.
Okay,
and it was a custom made real obstacle course that had like quads on it and springboards and rope things and jumping and breaking through shit. And we all had to race each other, and the winner would get like 50,000 for charity, and like the losers would still get like 20,000.
Yeah, and
it was all live, and we really had to compete, and it was like not that easy, right? And so we went to Travis Pastrana. What's his thing called?
Nitro Circus.
Nitro Circus. We went to their base in Maryland for the day to train with them for the stunts we had to do.
Right.
And one of the stunts for the loser was going to be that you had to sit on the back of a guy on one of the dirt bikes and hold on to him, and that was going to go really fast up that slope, like Tom Cruise, like up the ski slope, all the way up it, and then they go flying in the air, and then they land way on the other side of the arena. But in the interim, they do a flip in the air.
Okay.
So whoever lost was going to have to do that.
Hold on to them.
Hold on to a man by his tummy.
Wow.
And then get on
If he falls, you fall.
Yes. get on a dirt bike, go shooting into the air, sky high across the arena as you're flipping, and then land on the other side. So we're all like, how are we gonna do this? They said, well, you have to go there. You have to train with them. So we go to Maryland. We get to their it's a compound, okay? And it's all sorts of, and there's all these stunt guys, and everyone's riding around on dirt bikes, and they're also doing a whole live Nitro Circus show with us there. So they're all putting together their whole show, and there's all sorts of stunts and feats.
Right.
So the way that you practice is they have what equates to maybe like an Olympic-sized swimming pool. Probably a big pool,
right.
Like a half an Olympic-sized swimming pool, and it's filled with these big foam squares.
Okay,
and it's like 15 feet deep or whatever, right? It's like the things you see at like gymnasiums when they do like a springboard off the pommel horse or something, and they go shooting into the thing. It's that, and so what you do is you get on the guy's back. And he goes fast, and you shoot up the ramp, and then he spins in real air, in real time, and you just free fall, and land into these foam blocks in the pool. But you're just landing into foam. You're not landing into water or anything.
Doesn't hurt at all.
It's not supposed to, no. But what does happen is it's so deep, and you come down with such force that you plummet and just go missing.
Really?
And it's hot. It was really hot out, and you're under these blocks, these dense foam. Picture like, soundproofing, but big dense chunks. And so then you have to get out of there. But when you step on it, they're spongy. So it's not like you can climb that good. And so you have a feeling that you're being buried alive down there. Yeah. And you have to they literally have to, if you go under, they're like, take my hand. And they have to get you out right away because you could suffocate down there. So that's not even, never mind the jump, right?
Yeah.
Right. So then, they're like, all right, we're going to show you how we do it. And then after a few times, you guys will get on. And we all had to try because whoever lost had to do it. So Murray was going to go first.
Right.
Right. So the guy goes up in the ramp and he flips. And what is supposed to happen, he's supposed to turn fully and the two wheels land just like that.
Right.
Just like that. Like straight on the bike, down on the thing. And the guy goes up and he flips and he falls off the bike. And the bike lands and he lands. And he goes, all right, that normally doesn't happen, but it can happen, but it's okay because we have the phone. And then he goes up again and he flies up and he spins and he loses the bike a little bit and he falls off, which is dangerous too.
Because the bike can hit you when you fall, right?
Yeah.
And then he goes up again and he doesn't do the whole flip and he lands sideways. And he goes up again and he does the flip and he doesn't land the right way again. And after 4 or 5 times, we watched them not do it. Right. So if that was the ramp, and look, they have their process. Obviously, they're probably millionaires from this kind of thing. They've probably done it 1 billion times. Whatever was happening that day, I don't know if 10th time's the charm, but we just looked at them and said, we're not doing this.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this. If I was on that and that was the thing, 4 times in a row, we would have died.
Sure.
So they just kept saying, normally, I don't know what, and we were just like, you have not achieved it yet.
Yeah.
And so we literally canceled. We went there for that and canceled.
You canceled.
We also had to ride around on quads to understand how to do it. And they have these full big tracks, hills, everything. Q fell off the quad, broke his ribs.
Oh, wow.
On the training day, couldn't participate live during the event.
Because he literally...
broken ribs.
Yeah.
Fell off the quad. The quad rolled on top of him and he broke his ribs.
So did you ever...
Fatone covered for him in the live event.
So did you ever at all go into the foam pit though? You didn't even do it once.
I didn't do it.
Yeah. And the bike could have... bike almost hit him right in his head.
That was a bicycle.
But I'm saying even that bike, anything...
Yes, but that was a bicycle. Picture on a motorcycle and picture 40 feet in the air.
These guys must die. I mean, they die. It happens.
Yeah, I'm sure they just account for death.
Well, what can you do?
That's a bicycle.
A bicycle.
This was a dirt bike.
So you couldn't do the bit.
No. So what we did was Murray ended up losing anyway, and he stood right where they were landing. so he had to stay right there, and the guys were like, wow. And just landing right over his head.
Right, and
which is pretty scary too.
That's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah. All right. Well,
all right,
love
babe.
you guys.
It's been Hey Babe.
Yep.